Hey guys, and welcome back to Well That's Creepy. I think we've got a pretty cool, or maybe creepy show for you guys today.
And we got something cool at the end of it.
Yeah, so stick around for like the big surprise.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be awesome.
Surprise!
Yay!
We'll do the opposite thing where there is actually no surprise. Just kidding.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's it. No, today we're actually talking about serial killers. It's kind of creepy because some of these fuckers are like...
There's a lot of sick bastards
yeah,
out there.
there are. But you know, like...
A lot of sick fucks.
The creepiest part, okay, like the majority of all serial killers are one of 4 Zodiac signs.
Is that like a certain birth date?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
You seriously?
I don't get into all that. I don't know.
Yeah, so... But no, really, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius are the 4 most popular, like, that's literally what all serial killers are. They're one of those 4.
So what months are those?
Well, I don't know them all. Like, it just depends, though, because, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
know,
a
but
specific
anyways.
month. It's times, like, different times, you know what I mean? But anyway, like, put me on the spot there. I was not prepared.
I don't know.
That was a dick move. But
Yeah,
anyway.
that was a dick move.
It was a dick move. But, no, I'm actually kind of excited.
Iced coffee.
We're not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, in
No,
case
we're
anyone was wondering.
Alright. Who's the sickest bastard we have on the list?
Well, I think Charles Manson is legit, like, the sickest.
Yeah,
but, I
he
mean,
had some
that's-
helpers, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think everybody knows, like, I mean, that's just everybody
Yeah.
knows about him. He's just very disturbing.
Now, he was in Los Angeles, California, and I think his was in the 70s.
Yeah, and that's
Yes.
that's where Sharon Tate murder happened, right? It was in Los Angeles, but it wasn't all in Los Angeles, was it?
California area.
Yeah, I thought it was more spread out
Sharon
California.
Tate was the
too.
actress, right?
Yeah.
The Manson family, is that who? It wasn't just Charles Manson, it was his
Well,
little group
all
there,
those
wasn't it?
people, like, he took in as his family, but there was, like, it was like a cult, really. I mean, kind of like the, drink the Kool-Aid shit kind of cult.
And I never knew this, but I was looking it up earlier, and apparently Charles Manson knew Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys. And Manson was kind of into music, and he was songwriting, and he wrote a song for the Beach Boys, or either that or the Beach Boys stole it or something, I don't know.
Huh.
But yeah, it was actually a song, and the song is Never Learn Not to Love. Charles Manson actually wrote that song, I guess, but got no credit for it.
Well, I wouldn't give him credit for it either.
I don't know if he killed that Beach Boy dude or what, but
I don't think he died.
I don't know. I don't know much about Charles Manson, really.
Well,
I don't
think
know
he's
much
just
about
creepy.
serial killers, but
Well,
I got a lot written down.
Okay, I've always been fascinated with serial killers. I always have.
It is fascinating.
Because I think, like, you just have to have something wrong with your brain to do that kind of stuff.
There's got to be some sort of chemical imbalance.
Because, I mean, there are times people piss me off and I would like to do bad things. But instead, like, I approach it in a different way because that's just me. But it takes a seriously fucked up twisted mind to be like, oh, you know what? I want to kill this person. I want to kill that person, that person. Who does that shit?
Now,
They're fucked up people.
and it's this, like, even a lot of them seem normal. Like, Ted Bundy was very nice and charming. He was like, he had I don't know if they were married or not, but he had like the girlfriend and the kid, and he was super great to them.
And he was actually a nice looking guy. I mean, but that's why, like, a lot of them have that charm to be able to get close to their victims and shit.
And he was, his whole thing was in the 70s, between 74 and 78, and I think he killed over 30 people.
Yeah, well, that's that we know of for sure.
And he escaped 4 times.
Like, I'm
4
sure you guys have
times.
seen the movies and the files and everything that the Netflix put out, but to me, it was weird. He literally jumped out of the window at the courthouse.
Yeah.
Like, why was he allowed to just be free like that?
It was like the second or third floor, and he stuck it, man. He stuck that landing.
Yeah, he did.
I actually don't know if he stuck it, but I
we
remember
watched,
the movie.
well, in the movie, he stuck it.
Yeah.
So. I know. I was always. I mean, well, what else you got about that?
He was executed in 1989.
Oh, I thought he was still alive. That's crazy.
No, he was executed in 89.
Oh, wow.
Now, Charles Manson, I think he died natural causes, didn't he? I don't think he was executed.
Yeah, I don't think he actually ever got put to death.
I don't think he made it.
And that's another thing about the death penalty that just kills me. Okay, no matter what your stance is on the death penalty, if you are pro or for it or against it, we are wasting a lot of money by having people sit on death row so long.
It makes no sense. Why should they sit there for 20 plus years?
I mean,
and I know that there has been some cases where, they have gotten off. There's been a few people getting off death row because of
well, like
they found
evidence
different
coming out.
evidence. Yeah.
But I mean, if you admit to it, you admit to what you did, you don't deny it, and there's literally DNA evidence proving
Yeah.
it. Why are we wasting?
Light him up there, man.
I mean, that is if you are for the death penalty, because there are a lot of people who aren't, and I absolutely understand that.
Well, that's
for
the
a
thing,
while, I
yeah.
was against the death penalty. I think it depends
I
on
mean,
the
I know
situation.
this sounds bad, but my opinion, I say light him up. I mean,
You would
those
like to bring back the firing squad.
Well, those victims didn't have a say in it.
That's fair.
You know,
But like,
especially when it comes to kids, hurting kids and everything.
well, I think pedophiles should
like,
literally not even have. Pedophiles get off so
John
easy with
Wayne
shit.
Gacy. He was he killed over 33 young boys, and he was a clown. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he was actually close to here. He was Illinois, Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, I didn't realize he was that
Or
close.
he was locked up in Illinois, yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty wild. And he had people, we'll get to him here in a little bit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we'll get
talking
into
about people with young kids, though, or with younger, like, things like that, and being around here. So, there was a guy named Herb Baumeister. I always mispronounce it, but he lived not very far from us, maybe 80 miles
In
from
Indiana?
where we are, in Indiana. He
Wow.
lived up in
I've never heard of this guy.
Indianapolis. Yes, you have.
Have I?
We watched the show where they went and investigated his house.
That's right.
So
yeah.
this guy, he's literally like one of the most notorious serial killers, but people don't know about him as much, and that's what's weird because he actually killed a lot of people. 27 men that we know of.
And those are the ones that they're finding bones in the yard still.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was married with a wife, with children, like a whole normal, but he lived a secret life. He was gay. And they actually called him the I70 Killer because he was going from Indiana and Ohio. There were bodies that left. So what they found on his property was not all. There were bodies in Ohio too.
Wow.
So he would go to these clubs at night, and he had a beautiful home in Indianapolis. I think it was Carmel, or it was one of the suburbs.
A real big pool, and that's how he lure people. That's right. I
Yeah,
remember
so
that now.
he would get drunk at the bar and get these young men, like barely able to even be in the bar. Some of them probably had fake IDs to get in there. But he would get them drunk, get them loose, and then say, come back to my place. We'll party some more. The bar's going to close down.
I got a cool pool,
Huge
indoor,
pool.
heated, yeah.
Get them all liquored up, get them in the pool, and then he would start to have his way with them in the pool, whether they were willing or not, because there were some men that were not willing.
Yeah,
One man got away. That's how this was even, how he was even found out. But one guy got away, and he was telling him, like, he wanted to do, like, the asphyxiation while they were fucking.
Yeah.
While he was, seriously.
Sex, yeah.
And he tried
Some
to
people are
strangle
into
him,
that.
but he got away, but all the other men didn't. And they're still to this day finding bones on that property.
Yeah. What was that on?
That was 1980 through 1996 is when all that was going on.
Ghost Adventures do a thing on
Ghost
that? I thought they
Adventures,
did.
Zach and his crew went to
I thought maybe,
Herb's home and found stuff.
What's the other group? Or wasn't Dead Files? Didn't they do a thing on there?
I don't know if they went there or not.
I thought
that we
Dead Files
saw.
did too.
We might have. I don't remember.
Dead Files is another good show, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
we
pretty
like to
cool.
watch that show a lot. But no, I thought that was really cool. Or not really cool, but really
That's just so
interesting.
cool, man.
So cool. He killed 27 people because he was like a closet person
Right.
and strangling fuckers.
Yeah, that's wild.
But no, he was raping the victims that weren't willing, and
that's like
it's just
John Wayne
disturbing.
Gacy. Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. They found bodies under his basement, like in the crawl space.
Yeah, see, I remember hearing something
Yeah, and
about
he
that.
was a real nice, charming guy. Like all the neighbors liked him.
He was married, right? Or no?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I'm not sure on that. But apparently he used to do like he would go to the bars, pick up guys, that type of thing. Plus he would do the clown bit and go to children's hospitals, and do the whole
So were his
thing,
victims
but-
children?
young boys and young
that's
men.
so heartbreaking.
Yeah, boys and young men, like probably teenagers to younger men. But they, what he would do is he would the same thing, get them all liquored up, and have a good time. Hey, come back to my place, He'd get them there, and of course, that he had all this clown shit laying around and this trick shit, laying around. He'd always do the handcuffs. And he would put them on, and he would get out of them, be like, oh, that's pretty cool. You try it, and they would do it, put him behind his back, and then he'd just
Ugh.
do his thing with him. And
That's so sad and
Yeah.
disturbing. I mean,
yeah,
See, I knew I didn't like
he
clowns.
scrapbooked it too. Like, I guess he showed his lawyer the scrapbook, and it said, in this pile, over 30 people, it said body 1. And it showed he would hire people to go out and collect the yearbook pictures of the person, if they had any things in the newspaper clippings,
Oh my God.
pictures of their families, pictures of their house, where they met, how he killed them. Yeah, just folders. Scrapbooking of it.
Wow, that is fucked
It's kind of fucked up. It really
That
is.
is.
It's very fucked up.
But Jeffrey Dahmer was kind of like the same with the boys, because he was closet gay. I mean, so he was kind of out, but kind of not. Like, it just depended on who he was talking to. But his reign of terror was 78 through 91, and there was at least 17 men and boys.
He went for a while, didn't he?
Oh yeah, but he was not only a murderer, he was a sex offender also. So I mean, that was separate from the killings until they became one. But he started off with molesting.
Was he married, had a family?
No, he was young actually when all this happened.
Is he the guy that ate him?
Yeah, he
Holy
was
shit.
cannibal, but he got taken out in prison. Like an inmate took care of him.
Oh, good for him.
But he was actually diagnosed as borderline schizophrenic, and then as also diagnosed with a lot of other mental issues. But at the time of his capture, of his arrest and everything, they found him sane enough to stand trial. So
Interesting.
well, it is, because I honestly don't think he was. I mean, I saw some of the interviews played back, and
he seems pretty normal.
no, I don't think he was.
Oh,
sane
he wasn't
enough.
sane to do his own.
Because
bit.
he always seemed, so when they interviewed him, he always seemed so zoned out. And if you guys have ever seen American Horror Story Hotel,
it's a good one.
in one of those episodes, I don't want to do, so spoiler alert, I guess, is what I'll say then, because I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
People have
but
probably seen it.
in one of the episodes in the hotel season, they have what's called the Devil's Night. I think it was Devil's Night. Anyway,
Yeah, it was.
and they have a dinner, and all the spirits of all these serial killers come back. Well, the way that Jeffrey Dahmer's character acted in the episode is how he was in real life. Just very zoned out, very almost like he was subdued all the time.
Yeah.
So it was like hard for him to focus, but yet when it came to molesting boys and murdering them and eating him,
That was his thing, huh?
he was like fucking Einstein at that shit.
Wow.
So it was fucking weird.
Fucked up.
It is fucked up. It's just weird. Like,
but who was the other one you were talking about earlier?
that we were talking about her?
No, the lady.
Eileen or Nanny?
Eileen. Yeah,
Eileen Wuornos, yeah, because she is something else, man.
Now, she's also on American Horror Story, too.
Right.
Not actually her, but,
Well,
know,
no,
the
but
character
yeah,
of
well,
her,
so is John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah,
they brought him in.
Yeah, the whole group of sick fucks are there.
So the thing with Eileen, though, is I honestly believe that her first murder was self-defense. I do straight up believe her very first one was self-defense. But
that was, she was hitchhiking with the trucker, right?
right, she was a prostitute who would hitchhike / sling a lot lizard, whatever it was. And she killed at least 7 men that we know of. But she claimed they're all in self-defense because they would rape her. But if you're a prostitute, you don't really get raped. I mean, you do. Please don't, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Anybody could be raped. I seriously, I'm 100% for, support rape victims, and, I'm on your side. Rapists suck. They're assholes. But what I meant was, if you're being a prostitute, I don't know how you claim rape, that part. So, I mean, I don't want to offend anybody.
I
but
think, like you said, her first one was self-defense.
Right. I think maybe the guy just didn't pay her and started to beat her up.
And she started taking out on him.
Right.
Whatever.
So I think that
liked it and wanted to start killing.
Right. So I honestly, like, my whole thought process on that is that the first guy was a self-defense situation. Like, maybe he didn't pay her and he started beating up on her, so she killed him.
Anything could have came out of that.
And then the next 6, she just kind of sought out and thought they would be the type. So after, they did their thing, and she shot them. But she literally killed all of them point blank range. Like, straight up point blank range. And the thing to me, if you guys have ever seen any of the interviews with her, not the movie Monster, but the actual interviews with her, she's fucking psychotic.
She's straight up fucked in the head. We watched that documentary on her, and she is just...
Oh, yeah. She
her
would,
mind's taking a walk off the fucking map, man.
Yeah, she would snap on the reporters, and then you could see it in her eyes that it was, like, gone. But she kept talking about people in her head being able to get in there and hear things. And
she was kind of whacked.
there was a lot of, but you literally, like I said, in her eyes, you could just see it. She was gone.
Who's the nanny you were talking about?
This chick, okay, so.
Is that what it is, Nanny?
Nanny Dross was her nickname. She was actually born Nancy Hazel, but she had many aliases. The Giggling Granny, Lonely Hearts Killer, the Black Widow, and Lady Bluebeard.
Giggling Granny's kind of creepy sounding.
She killed 11 people. They were all her family.
Holy shit.
4 husbands, 2 children,
Jesus.
a sister, her mom, 2 grandsons, and her mother-in-law.
All at once?
No. This was from 1920 to 1954.
Damn.
4 husbands.
They
believe that there are 5 husbands actually total that died, but they're not really,
Yeah.
they can't really get all the stuff. But she actually ended up dying of leukemia in 1965. But this chick was crazy. Like, she killed her own family, and she was like an old lady. Like, and when she was killing at the end, she was older.
That's insane.
She killed her kids and her grandkids and her mom and her sister and her mother-in-law and 4 husbands. Well, technically, they believe 5, but...
Wow, man.
And she never really gave many reasons for it. She was just like, oh well. Then she would go back to knit and shit like after she murdered. And I'm like, nothing ever happened.
Was that a lady? Was that on Ghost Adventures, that house?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, because that was people. She killed like boarders and stuff. But that's still some
Tenants,
fucked up shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you just like gonna kill people and start laughing about it?
That's just wild,
as a grandma.
man.
Like, how's a grandma
wild.
killing people? I don't know. It was just crazy.
Insane.
One I've always found really interesting was Jack the Ripper, though.
Jack the Ripper, yeah, and he is one that has never been caught. He wasn't caught. They don't even have really an idea of who it even was. They think they might have been a doctor or a surgeon of some sort, because the way he'd done things, and he would even pulled out intestines and organs and shit like that. Like, he did a work on them.
No, that was France, right?
That was London, yeah. London.
Yeah, I don't know
he did. Mainly, he killed a lot of prostitutes. I really don't know his reason for it, but
that's fucked up. Didn't they put like part of his? They put something, or he put one of the bodies on London Bridge back when it was still in London.
I don't know.
I do remember reading that, or actually I heard that on that episode last night of Ghost Adventures.
Right.
They're talking about London Bridge. Did you guys know that the London Bridge is in Arizona now? I feel so dumb because I did not know that.
Yeah, that really blew our minds when we heard about that. That's so fucking crazy.
That may be common sense.
Like, you have to buy a goddamn big bridge,
but
too.
We didn't know that. And did you know there are a bunch of bodies that they found? 80 bodies were found entombed in the London Bridge when they tore it down brick by brick to bring it to America. There are 5 children's bodies found in there, but I believe there's more that were never found. I'm not sure what the
reason was for them bringing the bridge over here.
I still have no idea.
Yeah.
We're going to research that one.
But they had, the big bridge they brought over here for some reason and put it in Arizona.
Which is so weird, because if I knew that when we lived in Arizona, we wouldn't have went and saw it.
Yeah, we checked it out, man.
But they found bodies like buried inside the bridge, because you can literally walk through
like
the bridge things. It's so
pretty
creepy.
Wild. It's wild.
It's creepy.
But apparently Jack the Ripper walked that bridge.
Yeah, and he put some prostitute's body on the bridge or something.
Yeah.
It was fucked up. Crazy.
The only information they've ever gotten, who they think might have been Jack the Ripper, was some guy who wrote a letter to someone stating that he was Jack the Ripper and done all this and everything else, and sent a human liver with it, with the letter that got received. But again, they don't know if it was actually Jack the Ripper or what.
See, that brings me back to the whole Zodiac Killer thing. I mean, he sent so much stuff in, gave himself the name, all of that. He has to be dead by now, right? I mean...
When did it take place? 80s? 70s?
I thought it was
maybe it was earlier than that.
70s, because...
Maybe it was around 60s or 70s.
I think it was the 60s, 70s in there. But even if he was 20 then, he would have to be like super old now.
Yeah.
Well, not to get political, and we take no stance on the show, but Trump keeps calling Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, there was a meme I saw the other day. I said something about a picture of a Zodiac Killer talking about something, and it was Ted Cruz. Yeah, I just thought it was funny, but...
Now, he's the one that did, like, the letters to the police station,
yeah,
right?
There was that
and
movie
they got
about
piece them together.
Yeah, with,
that was a good movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal was in it, right? Yeah.
I mean,
it was a really good movie, but it was just weird because, like, most times the cops give the serial killers their nicknames, but he picked his own by literally writing to the police. And, well, no, it's actually wasn't even the police, it was the newspaper. And it was really weird because, like, you know, you don't give yourself your own nickname, really. But
Yeah.
Now, Richard Ramierz was another really fucked up one.
What do you got on him?
Well, he was known as the Night Stalker, and his reign of terror was 84, 85. And I'm not really 100% sure how many bodies or people he killed because they're still not 100% sure how many people he killed.
That's
there
right.
was a lot. But he basically, like, he used many different weapons. He would break into people's homes and kill them. And it was all in California. It was in 2 different towns of or cities in California, but he just used whatever. I mean, he had no, like, you know how most people have, like, an MO, like, the way they do everything? His was so fucking sporadic.
Really?
The only thing that was very common is that he broke in and killed people.
That's crazy.
But he would use a ball bat, a gun, a knife, a hammer. I mean, anything.
That's insane.
He was a Satanist, and he just, like, was very out there. Like, he was smiling in court. Like, when the judge...
Yeah. I remember that picture with him with the...
Yeah, I had the pentagram on his,
on
the
his
pinnacle.
palm.
And what's funny, though, is that the pinnacle, the pentagram, is not a bad symbol unless it's turned upside down to look like the goat. But he didn't even have it like that. So he didn't even know what the hell he was doing. You just literally put a star on you. But it was really crazy because he was attacking young girls. He would follow them home and attack them. But he showed absolutely no remorse through the entire trial. He laughed and
he's
the
I've
judge
seen some
said
of
it was
those
the
videos.
most
It's
callous
pretty wild.
human being he's ever came across.
Did they ever kill him?
Yeah, he ended up dying. No, he died of
He didn't get executed?
no, he died on death row of B-cell something. Oh, I just read all about it. But it was complications from all of that.
Okay.
He ended up
Now,
dying.
We keep bringing up Ghost Adventures, but they talk about a lot of stuff and they cover a lot of things. And they covered that thing where you were just talking about him. Richard Ramierz went to that cemetery and did a Satan worshiping.
Yeah, so Richard's childhood was pretty fucked up to begin with. His parents were just...
It seems like a lot of them have fucked up childhoods.
Yeah, he had a really fucked up childhood with his parents fighting, and there was alcohol and drugs involved and everything. And so he used to go to a cemetery and sit in this little area and worship Satan. The weird part is in that cemetery, a 3-fork tree grew. Like 3 trees grew right around, like in a triangle form of where he was. It's kind of creepy because you never really know. But
And they say that cemetery is like crazy haunted.
Oh, yeah.
Not just because of what he'd done, but...
just from the other shit
Yeah.
in general that went on in that area.
And what's weird also is on the other side of that, he must have grew up in a horrible area anyways, because on the other side of that big wall where that cemetery is like the worst, like, criminal place there, like murder capital of the world. Yeah,
In Mexico, it's like literally...
it's like on the border of Mexico, isn't it? In
Yeah,
the United
and-
States.
in Texas, I want to say, or New Mexico, one or the other, because he ended up moving to California where he committed all his crimes. But the thing that got me is there's no actual border there at all. Not that I'm for a border wall or against a border wall. I mean, we're obviously going to remain neutral on this show, but no matter what, it was literally just a fence that anybody could jump.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, for being
a
the
lot
most...
of it was just a small chain link fence.
Yeah, so for having literally the deadliest city in the world right there, it's literally a chain link fence that anyone can jump.
So anyone can pass right in and out of that haunted cemetery. It was a big cemetery.
So
like,
you
it was
know
huge.
that a bunch of people have hid out in that cemetery,
yeah.
and a bunch of bad shit's
yeah.
probably happened.
And back when they were doing that episode, they saw 3 people. They weren't sure if it was actually people or not, or if it were ghosts or not, but people were running
They
around
saw
through there.
apparitions, and they weren't able to really debunk it as not being people, but they still can't say for sure whether it was because they don't know. I mean, it's just crazy, but I don't know. Gary Ridgway, too, speaking of weird, fucked up people.
Never heard of him.
He was known as the Green River Killer. You've heard of the Green River Killer.
I know the Green River song by CCR.
Oh, good God. You guys see what I live with?
It's a good song. But anyways, what about this guy?
I think we need you tested for ADD. Anywho. So he killed 49 people that we know of. 49.
That's more than most of these other ones.
Yeah.
And we don't know who he
Excuse
is.
me. Mostly killed sex workers and like young girls who were going through a bunch of shit, like maybe stranded or just got dumped, or emotional, like having emotional stuff, or like in a situation like where they needed help or whatever. Runaway kids also was another, one of his big things. But he strangled them, dumped their bodies, and then came back. He always dumped their bodies in like a wooded area. But he would come back the next day after he killed them all. Can you guess why?
I don't know if I want to know why.
Yeah, that's why.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, he went back to fuck the dead bodies.
That's worse than all these, I think.
Yeah. Literally.
Wow,
and this was from
man.
82 to 98. That's a long time.
Where the hell was he from?
I don't know. I think it was California. So here's the thing. While doing this research, I got so, like, my mind wrapped around the Green River Killer that I literally didn't even pay attention to where he was from, because it was just so fucked up and disturbing.
That is very fucked up, man.
They only know 100% of 49 people, but they truly believe there are a lot more.
Man.
But who literally kills someone, dumps their body in the woods after you strangle them, and then goes back the next day to have sex with the dead body?
That's worse than a lot of these.
Yeah. I mean, murder is bad no matter what, but why are you, like, having sex with a dead body?
That's some jacked up shit right there.
It really is. It's very fucked up.
I've never heard of that one, no.
The Green River Killer,
Yeah.
I know you have.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, you have.
Mm-mm.
It's like the Golden State Killer. I think they just caught him, like, a couple years ago in 2018 or something. Didn't they finally catch him or something?
That one sounds familiar, but I'm not really sure on
I
that.
know, like, literally, we could literally do, like, 18-hour show on serial killers, because there are so many, but...
What now? Would Jack Kevorkian be considered a serial killer?
Well, I think Dr. Kevorkian was considered a serial killer because he technically helps people kill themselves.
Yeah.
But now there is some places that it's legal. And there are chambers. I actually just saw this the other day.
That's crazy.
It passed somewhere, and I don't remember. I want to say it's somewhere in America, but I could be wrong. But basically, they're chambers, and you go in there. It takes an hour to die, but they go in and you, like, set the music what you want to die to. You pick all this, and they put, like, all this stuff in there, and you're basically in this little, like, if you've ever seen those sensor deprivation things where you float those tanks, that's what it is, and it closes down on you, and it literally just, you just sit back and
Basically
do whatever.
Just go to
and
sleep.
yeah, like you're watching your favorite show and everything, and you
That's
just fall
wild,
asleep
man.
and don't ever wake up.
That
And
is insane.
I'm divided on how I feel about that, because
I guess it just...
if you're terminally ill, that is one thing. If you're doing it just because you're like, you know what, please go get help.
Yeah.
Please, if you are someone who is struggling with any issues and you think that suicide is your only answer, please do not. Please reach out to someone. Reach out to us. We will talk to you. I promise you we will. Just don't choose suicide, please.
I mean, there's hotlines, all types of things. Yeah, definitely.
And you literally message us anytime. We will talk to you. I promise you. So don't do anything final.
It's wild stuff.
But that's, I mean, there's just so many serial killers. We could literally go on and on for days.
Yeah, definitely.
But those are some of the ones that I really, like, stick with me for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think because they're disturbed so much that it just really...
Oh, their childhoods were wrecks. Man.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes me look back and think, wow, maybe my childhood was pretty normal.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think that's all for the
Until next time.
serial killers for a day. That was depressing.
We will be doing, again, Halloween reviews before long. We got a couple other little weird random things around here.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting on more stuff to get into stores. We kind of went
stores
out,
around here don't even really have anything out right now.
No, and I think everything is slowly
And
getting
Lafayette's
out.
a hit and a miss right now. So
we're kind of waiting for everything to be out more so we can give you guys really good reviews, and we'll splice together some videos of all that for you guys.
Not only is this on YouTube, it's on podcast, so you can listen to it as you go. Also, check out her show, The Basic Witch. It's pretty awesome. She does a great job.
It's available on all podcast platforms. We have a Facebook group. And you can also catch us on the Basic Witch on Instagram at _basic_witch_. And it's the first time I didn't rap it like chicka chicka what? I did it anyway. Son of a bitch.
And if you're always gonna do that.
I know, it's just habit now.
If you're watching this now, hit like, hit subscribe. That'd be awesome.
Leave us a comment.
Yeah. And the surprise is we're gonna do a Halloween giveaway.
Yay!
Yeah. We're gonna ship out a bunch of cool random Halloween stuff in a
We're
box.
sending you a box of shit. Like
Box
good
of
shit.
cool Halloween stuff, man.
But no, we'll have more
Put
details
cool
to come.
Yeah, put cool lights in there, all types of stuff.
So follow, make sure you're following us on Instagram. It's at the underscore, no, it's at, well, that, what the hell is it? Oh my God, I forgot our Instagram. It's at, well, that's
creepy.
underscore creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Guys,
That's
sorry.
funny.
My brain's been like,
But
too many Instagrams.
Yeah, like, subscribe. We're going to put the subscribers in the...
Yeah, all of our subscribers will be entered automatically. We'll have more details up on the Instagram page.
Get us on Instagram.
We'll do a small little promo that'll be on the YouTube channel.
We'll have
so
more
you guys can
details
see,
later, but when do you think we should do the giveaway?
We'll definitely do it at least... We'll probably do it like the first week in October is when we'll do the giveaway, so we have time to mail it to anyone. Actually, the second week in October, so...
You think? That's pretty far. We'll come up with more details later.
Yeah, we didn't plan all this out too well, as you can tell, so we'll have more details
on next
for you later.
episode, we'll have details.
Yes, and then look for a little, 1 or 3 minute little episode on the giveaway. But yeah, you can always email us also at wellthat'screepy@gmail.com if you want to stay anonymous or whatever. It's totally fine. If you have questions or comments, let us know.
Until next time, we'll have more information and we'll see you the next time.
Bye.
You guys have a good one.